So in today's video, the S&P 500 is up 2.5%. And if we have a look to the top stocks for market cap, Nvidia is up 2%, Apple 2%, Microsoft just a bit, but the biggest winner in the top 10 of this S&P 500 is Meta, because Meta launched the bots with a new AI model attempting to catch Google, OpenAI, and is spending literally billions of that. So if we check the most undervalued stocks at the current state by sector, if I can find it. Yeah. So if we check the most undervalued stock, we check the intrinsic value gap, ascending, descending. So for the technology sector, the most undervalued stock at the current day is Workday, followed by Fidelity and Adobe. Honorable mention to Salesforce, Cognizant. Even Accenture and Packard Enterprise, together with Qualcomm and Oracle, are still hugely undervalued. And if we check the healthcare sectors, the Humana is still undervalued by 60%, CFV Health undervalued, everything is undervalued in the healthcare sectors. Yeah, it's crazy. So if you guys want, there may be some like good buy opportunities still in the healthcare sector. And if we check the news for today, so the S&P 500 is up 2.5%, and the ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran offer a chance to defuse the latest serious threat to the global economy. So there is like a ceasefire for a couple of weeks, and hopefully they will find like an agreement. And the Fed is monitoring the situation to lower interest rate. At that time, at this point, the Fed is want to keep the inflation as low as possible. So if they lower interest rate, the inflation will go up, and they don't want to do that. The news, like I mentioned before, Meta is pushing a new AI model that outperforms the Grok model. So is apparently is a really powerful model, and the Fed is still checking the rates cut for this year. Here the snapshot of the S&P 500. So like I mentioned multiple times, the S&P 500 is up 2.5%, and here is the hourly chart. So you can see a huge jump, and this is like the 200 SMA. This is the hourly chart. So finally the S&P 500 crossed the SMA 200 in the hourly chart. The MACD is up, the RSI is at his peak, and it nearly basically is nearly crossing the top Bollinger Band. We have a look as well to the earnings. Like yesterday, the situation is not changed much, but yeah, next week the upcoming earnings to check is like United Health. United Health yesterday rose a lot, so may make a difference. And Goldman Sachs is another undervalued company, Johnson & Johnson, Morgan Chase, and Morgan Stanley. a Bank of America. So the banking sector next week will have earnings. The Weather for International is another company that rose a lot this year, was hugely undervalued. And so we will see what we'll do. Recent earnings that I'm monitoring, always BTCS is a company that rely a lot on the Ethereum. So if the Ethereum rise, the BTCS rise as well, and is down 11.6% since earnings. If we check the ETF flow, so what the funds are buying, so today there were 107 buys and 8 net sell. So the most bought stocks are by the ARK fund, is Robinhood stock, Nvidia, Microsoft, Broadcom, Amazon, Lilly, Meta, and Apple, together with the Google and JP Morgan. So if we have a look to Robinhood, because I'm really curious to see Robinhood right now. So if we go on the tech, maybe it was in banking. We need to add it. So we add Robinhood. I want to have a look with you guys to this Robinhood stock, how it's going. I put under banking and finance, even if. So Robinhood, we have a look to the chart. So Robinhood rose today, so we switched to 18 candle to reduce some noise. Yeah, Bitcoin is rising. This is the daily chart. So today is rising, and if we check the hourly chart, yeah, it's still far away from US high. So today rose a lot, but now is slightly going down. So we will see if the hourly chart touch tomorrow of the lower Bollinger Bands. And if we check the score, so today is up 3.3% and is overvalued, so it's not undervalued, even if is down a lot. So we check the consensus price target is up 81%. The distance from the 52 weeks high is 53%. So is a really interesting stock. If we check the robustness, is the Potrosky score is neutral, so it's not really the best. And according to the Altman score, is Robinhood is in a distress zone. So it might be that this is not a really safe company to invest in, but of course use your own judgment. The debt to asset is 0.79%. It has a positive cash flow. And the DCF upside is minus 66%. So the acquired multiple is 53%, and this is the lower the better. So usually a good score for the acquired multiples, if you believe you want to do your investments in this according to this strategy, is around 10, and this is a 53. So it's an interesting stock. But as we saw regarding the what other companies like Arca, other funds are buying, Robinhood is interesting, but there might be a better options like Microsoft or Meta. So Morgan Stanley will have a Bank of America, they will have like earnings next week, and there might be like volatility. So Morgan Stanley is undervalued, and as well Bank of America is undervalued, but the price target is not really like eye-catching like Robinhood. So the price target is Bank of America is 70% up, and Morgan Stanley is 16% up. So is not really the highest. So if we go back to the SP 500 and we filter by consensus price target, and we sort by above 30%, and the intrinsic value gap we put at least 20% in the SP 500, what we will have is this interesting list. So the first one in the list will be like Oracle. So Oracle is far away 58% from the 52 weeks high, and then this intrinsic value is basically is undervalued by 26%. So according to my app, and according to this kind of data, the most interesting stock bought by like hedge funds and ETFs in general managed by Arca and is Oracle. If we check the Piotrowski score is neutral, so still not the best, and then the Altman score is like still in the red area. So as well, it can be better. We can say that it can be better, even because Oracle made billions of debt to invest for the AI. And so yeah, today positive day, and we will see tomorrow if the market hold or if it will go down a bit. I'm suspecting that tomorrow the SP 500 will like go in red a bit, but we will see. Anything can happen. So see you tomorrow, guys.